What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. Let's talk about Terra Luna Classic for a bit, because while we have talked about getting to a dollar and getting to a penny and everything there, I think more importantly, a lot of people care about whether Terra Luna Classic will completely recover, right? Whether we will see the classic chain get completely restored, see USTC at a level where it's repegged, see Terra Luna Classic back up to a higher level to where it can support that repeg, and having a reserve in place to do all of that and to support all of that. And honestly, it's a tricky question. It's a tricky answer to whether we are going to see it, because it really all depends. And whether I believe it's going to happen or not, it gives you the ability to gain something in the end. But we want to understand if we're going to be a part of something that could be the next big thing, right? When we look at projects, we're looking at tokens and we look at coins. We look at coins that have their own blockchain and have the potential to do so much more. And Terra Luna Classic is that, with how many people are a part of this and believe in this and see that it can go a lot further. It sets itself up for success. Can we honestly restore to what it once was? Or can we restore it to a level to where now it could be something different, right? That's always a question as well. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon, those links are in the description. Now, don't forget about my Rumble link that's down below if you guys want to follow me on Rumble. That's a video service platform to where you can basically get the same content that you would get over here. It's just another way to support me. And we will do like Rumble only streams. We usually do like a live stream with YouTube, and then we'll do a Rumble only after the fact. It'll be like 30 minutes to an hour, to where we will go through and talk about different things and go through different positions that people want to go through, because it's easier to do it on Rumble without that much of a push, especially when you're looking at a $1 million project. So feel free to go and follow me on Rumble. That link is down below. But like I said, let's talk about Terra Luna Classic, because Terra Luna Classic is just for me, is going to be an absolute banger, right? I understand that I bought at 6 zeros, and some people bought at 5 zeros, and some people are buying at 4 zeros, and they're looking for this to at least drop 2 more zeros and have that 100x. Well, if it drops 2 more zeros, it would be at 70% of a penny, which is honestly not a ridiculous level to get to. It's still going to be under the $100 billion mark. It's going to be under a $54 billion mark. It's going to be closer to that level, but it still will be under the $50 billion level, knowing that we have that possibility to get there. It will be under $40 billion. So, will this find a way to recover? If you don't know what happened to Terra Luna Classic, basically everything collapsed, right? The USTC, with the algorithm that was in place, USTC, collapsed, got attacked, right? And then had multiple attacks as it looked like it was about to recover, and you had more money that was going in there from Terra Luna Classic, where you had more minting that was going on over here. As it looked like it was going to recover, it ended up collapsing very, very quickly from a level of like 86 cents all the way down to a very low level. Like, I mean, really repegging, or really depegging, where it's like 50 or 40 cents, and then it continued to drop down even further. Now, Terra Luna Classic, on the other hand, was also dropping down in price, not because people were attacking it, it's because it was trying to support USTC. And honestly, I believe that we should have probably cut off minting a lot sooner. Once we've seen that USTC was kind of getting that larger attack there, we should have cut off minting a lot sooner. There should have been some sort of fail-safe feature from allowing it to mint more than 2x its position or 3x its position or something like that, 3x its supply, because then you would have been sitting at about a 3 billion supply versus a multiple $1 trillion supply, literally, where you were at hundreds of billions in the beginning stages, and then it went down to, or went up to, trillions of supply, bringing the price all the way down to less than a penny. So with all that taking place, now we need to find a way to recover it. And the recovery process was to burn down the supply of Terra Luna Classic. find a way to repeg USTC. We weren't really worried about that supply at the moment, but just repegging USTC and worrying about that supply on Terra Luna Classic side. Well, it became a very difficult thing to do because, the community didn't want to factor in burns in everything that we were doing. We wanted to have a better way of doing it, and we would see the repeg process that could potentially create massive burns for Terra Luna Classic. However, it seems like every time we get closer and closer to like a repeg process, we fall flat on our face, and then that just doesn't get implemented. It doesn't get approved because it just doesn't make sense. So the best way would have been to burn down the supply. Now, that being said, can we find a way to do that? Can we find a way to decrease the supply? Because honestly, that is the way we get Terra Luna Classic back up to a higher level. Not only up to $1, but $10 or $20 or $50. I see, in order for USTC to be fully repegged and restored, you need two things. You need Terra Luna Classic up to a higher level, probably at least 5 times higher than what the level of USTC needs to get to. So if it's at $1, Terra Luna Classic needs to be at $5 or more, right? Because it needs to support USTC in the end and support that repeg. Now, you also need a second thing, which is a reserve. A reserve in a cryptocurrency that's worth way more than Terra Luna Classic and USTC combined, which would be Bitcoin or Ethereum, or maybe it can get to the point where XRP skyrockets and is worth tens of trillions of dollars, possibly, and you can use that. And how many billions go into that? So no matter what you have that reserve, and if you decided to sell that reserve, it wouldn't impact Bitcoin, Ethereum, or XRP in any way. So that would have been a great thing to do, is have that fully restored to get Terra Luna Classic up to that higher level, have that reserve, and then you could support USTC. We are not set up for that. We are not. At the moment, we don't have the ability to increase Terra Luna Classic's price because we don't have a way to burn down the supply, right? Once we figure out a way to burn down the supply, then we can see that all set up. So honestly, do I think we're going to be able to recover USTC to what it once was with all of these things that are happening? I'm going to say no. And the reason why I'm going to say no is because getting to a $120 price point, or getting back to a $20 price point in order to restore USTC may be something that's extremely difficult. And we noticed that in the last year, where we burned down 1% of the supply, which is more than what we've done in any other position that's out there, right? Shiba Inu or Pepe or anything that's there, but it's still not enough to do what we need to do. So what I'm thinking is that while this is a major project, while it is something that has its own chain that can build onto what it is and build up to what it could be, I believe it won't only be restoring the old thing. It will be about what the new thing will be. And I don't know what that new thing will be, but it is a project with its own blockchain and has multiple things that you can create on there. You can build on that chain if you wanted to. I believe there are a couple of projects that are built on that chain. So if we really wanted to build on the Classic chain, we could. But right now, I think Terra Luna Classic doesn't really have an identity besides a community-led blockchain. Instead of being a community-led token, like, this is a community-led coin, a community-led system. And we're hoping that we can see something built further in the future. So let's look at where Terra Luna Classic is right now, and then we'll go ahead and get out of here. And you can give me your opinion on whether you believe this will completely restore it back to what it once was, or be something completely different, being at a 58 or maybe even more than that $1 billion market cap. Because it's not saying that even though it's something new, it won't be worth a lot more, because it honestly could be, with the amount of people that are here, but also whatever this new and improved use case could be for the Classic chain. Let's go ahead and look at Terra Luna Classic, because currently it stands at a level. Let me go ahead and get back over here. Let me bring this over here. Currently it stands at 407457, up slightly. We're seeing about 400 or $432 million market cap with $18 million worth of volume. That volume needs to increase. We have to see a lot more volume there. And you're looking at 5.8 trillion coins in circulating supply and 6.8 trillion that's in circulating supply. So if we look at the last day, again, it's up 0.2%. The last 7 days, it's down about 3.3%. If we look at the last month, it's up 15%. The last year, it's down 52%. And all history, obviously, down 100% or 99.99999%. Like, obviously didn't drop all the way down to absolute zero. But you're seeing this at less than a penny, which honestly, basically is zero. And you look at where the price was, it's like, can we get back to $120? Can we get back to that level? Because if we can get back to that level, a lot of people will be happy. I'll be happy. You'll be happy, especially maybe even holding multiple millions at that time. So let's hope for the best and hope that we can see something that recovers, because you don't know if it's going to be the recovery or it's going to be something new. But either way, I do believe that this is going to be worth a hell of a lot more based on the community that's behind it and the community that sees this grow. So whatever this ends up being in the end, I believe we will see success. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, on Patreon, and on Rumble. The link is down there in the description. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.